Not that Dave expects anything to come of this, but discussions have been opened between Jeff Jarrett and The Rock.
But he ain't dead, he ain't The Rock.
That's true. He's like, I took it out of my theme song, now come work for us.
That's so fucking funny. Hey, The Rock would eventually appear.
Yeah, TNA legend The Rock, who did the Hall of Fame video for Ken Shamrock.
Excuse you, Impact legend The Rock.
That's true. My favorite little anecdote about that video is that if you watch that video and then watch his endorsement of Joe Biden for president.
Yeah, he hit like 3 in a row. It was great.
He was wearing the exact same clothes with the exact same backdrop. So he stood there and he banged out the Ken Shamrock Hall of Fame video and the endorsement of Joe Biden for president of the United States in the same afternoon. Absolutely fantastic
I'm pretty sure he hit like 4 different things in that time period. Like, if there's one thing The Rock can do, it is like adequately prepare his schedule. The man is a pro.
Jarrett initiated contact in the past week. Rock told Jarrett he's interested in talking after his schedule gives him time to breathe when he's done promoting. Be cool. So far, things have been described as can't be more positive as far as Rock being cordial to Jarrett, although nothing specific has been talked with. This is the weird period where like Rock's contract came up and they forgot to renew it and he just left the WWE.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the Be Cool IMDb.
Don't tell me to be cool, Liam. I am cool.
This is a hell of a cast for a movie I've never heard of.
You've never heard of Be Cool?
No.
I think I've seen Be Cool. It was on TV once, but I don't remember a single solitary thing about it.
I was 8 when it came out. John Travolta, Uma Thurman, The Rock, Vince Vaughn, Andre 3000, Cedric the Entertainer, Steven Tyler.
It was during the early days of The Rock in Hollywood where he was doing like Walking Tall and stuff like that.
Danny DeVito, James Woods, Wyclef Jean, Fred Durst!
Where he still had like that small modicum of charisma to him and then he was good in roles as opposed to these days where he is the dead behind the eyes PR beef bot who just churns out the same meathead role over and over again.
I have nothing to say about The Rock's influence in the media landscape.
Bleep bloop The Rock. So if The Rock came to TNA in the year 2005, what do you think he'd be doing?
He would be NWA champion, Garrett. Feuding with Jeff Jarrett.
Based on everything else, Jeff would find a way to politic his way into beating him, and then The Rock would leave.
I think that, like, listen, Jeff Jarrett's an old-time finesser. I don't know if he can finesse his way over beating The Rock.
Listen here, Dixie. He's not going to be here for the long haul.
I mean, he might get the win back from The Rock.
No, he wouldn't. If The Rock beat him, he's definitely not getting the win back. That's never happening.
In a 3-way with, like, AJ, that he pins AJ.
Yeah.
I want to see The Rock versus Monty.
Oh, wouldn't that rule?
Oh, they're promo battles?
Some people are like, Monty's a poor man's Rock, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
He would have a pitch black match.
No, it would be a Dark Carnival match, Liam.
Oh, thank God.
Sponsored by the Insane Clown Posse.
We should get the ICP to sponsor us.
How do you think the ICP feel about The Rock?
Let's ask him.
How do you think The Rock feels about the ICP?
At Violent J. Oh no, what is Violent J's Twitter?
How dare you not know Violent J's Twitter off the top of your head?
It is the real Violent J, of course. Makes sense. Hey, how do you feel about Dwayne The Rock? Question mark.
If you Google The Rock Insane Clown Posse, you do find one hit of him wearing an ICP shirt in the 90s.
Ooh, give me that. I'm going to attach it to the tweet. The Rock ICP. Hell yeah. That's a cool shirt. I'd rock that. Haha.
I assume you found the photo yourself?
Yeah. I made a great... Oh, it's a WebP file.
Just save it as .jpeg.
That's right. I'll just snipping tool it.
So please let me know if you get a response from Violent J by the end of the podcast.
Oh, I'm tweeting it from the podcast account. You will know.
It's funny, when we did the WWA show, you'll listen where we're trying to work out what Hiroyoshi Tenzan was doing at that show. And I did at JB, but he responded after the show.
And he's like, maybe he was just there to enjoy a wonderful product.
Yeah, he went to one of the Vegas magicians or something. Maybe he is a Vegas magician.
I like people who don't know our Twitter account being like, oh, just you wait until this thing happens.
It's like, no, that's a person who like follows me too. So it's like, I'm aware Jeff Hardy does a bigger swanton. Thank you very much.
It's in all of the things.
So yeah.
Have you ever seen the show?
So yeah, The Rock, Jarrett, having a little chat.
All right. Well, I've tweeted Violent J. Hopefully he responds in time.
One of those, keep this little one in the back of your mind. The announcement came this week that Spike TV had pulled out of negotiations to renew its contract for WWE Monday Night Raw, and the WWE's other cable properties leaves the USA Network as a probable home for WWE on cable after the contract expires in September. So there's all sorts of reasons about how Spike's like, we're getting out of wrestling, we don't make the ad money back, blah 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 blah. By all accounts, WWE were quite blindsided by this because they were still negotiating, and Spike just sent out a 2-sentence statement saying, yeah, we're done, bye. And then there was like that weird contentious period where obviously they went back to USA and they were trying to plug that they were going back to USA on Spike, and Spike would like censor it.
Yeah.
So,
this period rules. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's perhaps something to be said about the idea of, because I think Spike's eventual thing was like, we can just get this other wrestling property for like a third of the price or some shit. You know what I mean? Like
a lot less than a third, yeah.
Yeah, a fraction of the price. And it's like, perhaps other big networks that are currently paying billions for a product will be like, hey, you know what we could get for a fraction of the price?
And have much greater return on the investment, huh? Yes, keep the fact that Spike have cut WWE in your mind when we're talking about October.
And then keep it in mind some years later.
Well, yes, because TNA will be on Spike. Or do you mean now?
No, well, yes, but I meant when they left Spike. Amicably.